Patient A, my name's Rebecca and I'm going to be the student nurse working with you today. How are you? Good? Perfect. All right, so before we begin, are there any allergies I should be aware of? No? All right. So today we're going to go over the proper way of putting on and taking off PPE. So to begin, we're going to make sure to do our hand hygiene. Then from there, we're going to start with the isolation gown. Making sure our wrists are covered. Tying the gown behind the neck. And then behind your back. Then, from there, we're going to put on our mask. With your mask, you want to make sure you're getting a nice sealed fit over your nose. And you're going to tie one strap above the ear. And one strap below the ear. Making sure that mask is covering your chin. Then from there, we're going to put on our safety goggles. And then last but not least, we'll put on our gloves. Now with your gloves, you want to make sure that they cover your wrist so that way everything's protected and there's no skin or clothing exposed. All right, so now that we know the proper way to put on hand hygiene, we're going to go over how to properly take off hand hygiene. So to begin, you're going to start with your gloves and you're going to touch dirty to dirty, pulling this glove off and rolling it in your hand. Then you're going to take your fingers, your two fingers, and you're going to go clean to clean and scoop underneath. And then this will go in the trash. Then we're going to use hand hygiene. And we're going to remove our goggles, making sure to only touch the sides because we don't want to touch any part that is contaminated. Then from here, we're going to take off our isolation gown, untying the back of our gown first, then untying our neck. Then from there, we're going to touch the inside of the gown, making sure to only touch the inside of the gown. And we're going to pull it off of our shoulders, like so. Then from there, we're going to roll this up, making sure to only touch the inside so we get a nice secure fit. And we're going to slip our hand out, pulling the gown from the torso over to the other side, making sure you're not touching the outside of the gown and you're only getting the inside. Then we're going to roll this up. Once again, making sure we're only touching the outside or the inside of the gown because you don't want the outside touching you since that is contaminated. And we're going to slip this hand through, and then that goes in the trash. And then from there, we're going to take off our mask. And we're going to untie the bottom first. And then we're going to untie the top. And you wanna make sure you're only touching the straps of the mask because that is also contaminated. You'll throw that in the trash and then you'll do your hand hygiene and then you're done.